Hey everyone, I hope the wind is not too loud for you. It's a little windy here and I got my window open because it's nice out. But today, as you can see by the title of the video, we're going to be reading 1-star reviews of my 5-star reads. So this is an opportunity to kind of see what my 5-star reads are. 7 books today, and we'll be reading about like 5 different 1-star reviews of them. Some of them are a little like indie, not really like indie, but like not all over Book Talk, so there's not a whole lot of 1-star reviews for them. Okay. So, first book is The Atomical Shape of a Heart. This, first of all, was my first book that got me back into reading. I would rate it probably like a 3.5 star book. I liked it. 3.5, I'd probably rate it now, which is pretty average, and it's like good. But it was my first 5-star read. It's what got me back into reading. It's basically about this one girl. She has something to do with like the health world or something. I think they're high schoolers. There's an MMC who she falls in love with, and he's like the town mayor or something, the president or something like that. His son, and he's like graffiti's like a bad boy, and she's like a good girl, and her mom like works his nights. I liked it. It's a 280 book story, but it definitely was like, it had a lot in it, I think. Now, let's get into these reviews. So the first one I have is 5 more pages to read till this finishes, but D and F because I can't find the F I was going to give. Where did I put it now? So, basically they're saying they don't care about this book. You know what? That's your opinion. Don't read it if you don't care about the book. I don't know. Okay, next one we have 1 star, too long of a book. It's 280 pages. I figure it's not that long, but you know what. Every time I think about this book, I am plagued by the many things that I absolutely hate about it. The pretentious, sounding protagonist. Yeah, some people don't like, definitely could tell you wouldn't like the protagonist because she's definitely like a good girl, I do nothing wrong, poor me kind of thing. You know, and that's your opinion. However, I didn't mind it. I think it worked well with the boy, but that's your opinion. Next we have, nothing about this book was interesting at all. The main character is flat and pretentious. The love interest was a stereotypical handsome rich dude with a troubled past. Yeah, he was a stereotypical rich man. But you know what? That's the book. It was, I don't know what you don't get that was interesting, though, about it. I feel like there's always something happening, so I thought it was always interesting. Last one I have for this book is DNF at 98, page 98. This just wasn't anything to do for me. The manic pixie dream girl boy shit was too much. Pretentious characters didn't go anywhere. Just could not get into it. Yeah, it's pretty average girl boy thing, I think. And you know what? Some people don't like the characters, and that's, again, okay. No, not much commentary on that one. Next we have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Quick overview, no spoilers. Basically, this one girl gets assigned to write a report about this one famous lady who's like, wants to share her story because she knows she's gonna die, and this is basically her story with the writer writing about it. I gave this 5 stars. Loved it. I loved the twist in it. Was not expecting that. I liked it. That's what really sealed the deal for me. This first review says, I just don't get it. I read as many reviews as I could, but nothing about this book makes me feel like it's worth 5 stars. You know, I get that, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Next one is, did you know that Evelyn Hugo has breasts, tits, and boob variety? We ought to focus on that to tell you to read than we do. When I was reading a lot of these 1-star reviews, they mentioned how it mentions her boobs a lot. Maybe I blanked that out, but I don't think it mentioned boobs that much. Maybe it was like when like the dirty scenes when they were kind of like her and her husbands. But you know what? If that's how you feel and that's how it irks you, you do you. Another one, this one's kind of long. I was so disappointed in this. Started with a good premise, by the end of the and had developed into a persuasive essay on a monopolitical hot-button topics. There were a lot of unbelievable scenarios. Some marriages seemed forced to provide them a lot of marriages. The events of the twist didn't really make sense. An 80-year-old using all the commentary and political correct phrasing. Also, too much descriptive sex. She has nice breasts. We get it. I don't think there's too much descriptive sex. It's kind of like more, again, to movement of, like, these men only wanted her for her body, her status. You know, they didn't actually, like, want to be with her. And I think the marriages were, I think if I remember right, there's 1 or 2 marriages that was forced by Hollywood because for, like, status. So the point is, like, all her marriages weren't for love. And I think that's kind of why a reader might have thought it was forced. Next, we have, like, a cute little meme I found in this review. It basically says, a pile of shit. You know what? That's really mean, okay? Be nice to the book. Book 3 is The Tattooist of Auschwitz. This one was a little popular, and then it wasn't. Basically, it's this man who becomes the tattooist of Auschwitz when he gets transferred into it, and he meets this woman. And it's basically them, like, figuring out the relationship while trying to get out of Auschwitz. And, like, it goes a lot of his mind battles of, like, this is not morally correct. But, you know, it's, like, how you get status and, like, you know, kind of do morally unacceptable things for, like, against his own people, for, like, status or safety or food or something like that. This also is based on a true story. I liked how it was quick read, how it really, like, it's definitely more simplistic writing. Okay, let's get right into the first review. It says, it's not the story I'm giving 1 star, it's the terrible and weak writing. Again, what I just said, it's simplistic writing, and I think that's kind of help the readers understand what's going on, because it definitely is, like, every other page there's definitely something new kind of going on most of the time. So it's kind of just, like, helping simplify the reading, I think, more. And you know what? Some writing styles ain't for you, and that's okay. Another 1-star review. Terrible, the writing's incredibly amateur and lacks any semblance of nuance or skill. Simplistic writing. That's all I gotta say. Third 1-star review. Another terrible, badly written juvenile attempt to milk the Holocaust like the boy in striped pajamas, leaving at 20%. So I don't think this was written to milk the Holocaust. It was basically, I think, written to shine the light on this true story and really get someone's personal story that they wanted to tell out in the world and how they survived. So I don't think it was to milk it. I think it was definitely to share this old man's story. Next, 4-star review. Short version, on a scale of 1 to total bullshit, this book is right up there with the Holocaust deniers. That is a crazy statement. That is a very bold statement one can make. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I don't think that's true, but moving on. Next, we have the 4th book here. This one is really, really popular. I know every single one of you probably have heard of this book. If you have not heard of it, then you kind of live under a rock. I'm sorry, that's a bold statement, but you kind of do. If you have not heard about this book, this one is one of the first books I definitely read to get back into reading as well. I loved it. I got into Abby Jimenez after reading this book, and I really did like it. I liked this girl, traveling nurse, meets a boy. They're like each other's, I believe, like, yeah, the people, they date, and then they break up, and then they, like, find the love of their lives or whatever. First 1-star review. Everybody needed therapy. Yeah, I can agree with that. I do get everyone probably did need therapy. It was a lot of, like, especially the girl. She was definitely, like, trauma dumping a lot. And with the toxic mother, you know, she was like... Second 1-star review, a lobotomy in a book form. That is a crazy statement. That's a crazy statement. But you know what? To your own beliefs. The third one, FMC is the smallest girl ever. Okay, I saw a couple 1-star reviews or 2-star reviews mentioning this small FMC. I don't think they mentioned it that much because I don't remember it being like a huge plot point. But maybe it was. Not quite sure. You know what? That's okay. I think it's to more like the size difference. I don't know. The fourth 1-star review, DNF at 38% because I decided to wake up and smell the carrots. I don't know what this means, but you know what? You go, girl. Okay. I got 5th book here. Promise Me Sunshine. I liked this one. This was a recent read. I liked it. It had a lot of depth. I liked how the FMC wasn't like your typical girl or whatever. She was like it was real. It was like it's like you're on our FaceTime call kind of thing discussing what happened. Okay, first 1-star review. Disappointed Disappointment comes in many forms, and this book is one of them. I don't really get how someone could find this disappointing. I feel like I had a lot of depth. Maybe if you didn't like the main girl character, I know a lot of people didn't because she's kind of like immature, but I think that's kind of like her mainly dealing with like grief and like life-changing stuff. A second 1-star review, how was anyone able to get through this book? Oh my gosh, I was able to get through it perfectly fine. Thank you very much. Third 1-star review, DNF at 53%. I simply cannot read this anymore. The biggest issue for me are the combination of two things, audiobook narrator and the way the FMC is written. There's more after this review, just a clip of it. The FMC I can get. I hope some people don't like her. I liked her. The audiobook narrator, I definitely screenshot this one because the audiobook narrator, I did not like the audiobook narrator, but I never hold the narrator accountable for the book itself because there's some bad audiobooks, there's some good audiobooks, but ultimately you're reading the book, not the audiobook. Fourth 1-star review is the main girl irritates me so much. Don't bother reading, you'll be bored to death. It was, I guess, kind of slow in the beginning, but maybe because I listened to the audiobook so quick for me because I had it sped up to 2 times. Again, with the main girl, some people really didn't like her, and that's okay. For our fifth 1-star review is DNF, I just don't care. You know what, if you don't care, that's fine. DNF, girl. I found it more of like, just like a cute little romance palette cleanser, different kind of writing style to kind of switch it up. So that's all the book reviews I have today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And comment down below if you've read any of those books, what you thought about them. And also a quick disclaimer, because I just remembered I didn't say in the beginning, your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion. I don't care if you hate a book I love. I don't care if you love a book I hate. You're entitled to your own opinion. But I think this was just for fun to see, like, what some people thought was a downside. If I kind of thought maybe it was a downside too, thinking about it more. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you tune in for another video. And see you guys next time.